Be sure to share, like, subscribe, and comment down below. Now, Pelosi changes her tune, praises tax cut bonuses she once called crumbs and Armageddon. Now, Pelosi changes her tune, praises tax cuts she once called crumbs. It wasn't that long ago that Nancy Pelosi warned that the Trump tax cuts were Armageddon and would be the end of the world. Then after the tax cuts passed, Nancy Pelosi repeatedly called the tax cuts bonuses crumbs. But now Nancy Pelosi is praising the tax cuts. This happened. Then this happened. 4 million Americans will receive Trump tax cut bonuses this year. Now Pelosi is praising the widely popular tax cut bonuses.
The crumbs that they are giving to workers to kind of put the schmooze on is so pathetic.
Months ago, Nancy Pelosi put the schmooze on as she criticized Trump's new tax plan. President Trump, that is.
That's right. But nowadays, she seems to have changed her tune. Take a look at this.
Certainly, we love when people get a bonus and if they get a raise. If the choice was made for corporate America and the top 1% in our society at the expense of working families, something's wrong with this picture.
Wait, who's that person?
Yeah, here to weigh in, Fox News Chief National Correspondent Ed Henry. You'll be with us all weekend as well.
I'm looking forward to working with you,
forward to it. Okay, so subtle change in tone. Now
subtle?
she's sort of
not so subtle.
Okay, so you're right, not so subtle. What do we make of this?
She's in the Hall of Fame of these unbelievable comments. I mean, go back to the Obama days. You got to pass the health care bill to know what's in it.
Sure.
Then she was talking about the tax cut. It's going to be Armageddon. People are going to die.
Yeah.
She said that
Right.
before the Crumbs comment. And that was when the tax cut was at 20 or 30% positive in the
Right.
polls. What she and Chuck Schumer are confronting now is that it's flipped big time, and it's very much in the green for President Trump. The economy's doing well, number one, and number two, these polls, they're endangered House Democrats and endangered Senate Democrats are looking at these polls saying this tax cut is popular, and not one Democrat in either chamber voted for it.
There was a miscalculation on the Senate, particularly.
Yeah.
There are a number, and we were talking in the first hour with Axios about this. There are 5 Democrat senators in Trump states who could have been released to vote yes, and
Exactly.
they weren't, and now they're in big trouble.
And that usually happens where you fight it out, and then after it's clear the president's going to win, you say, okay, it's going to pass anyway. You 4 or 5 Democrats in tough races, vote yes. It doesn't matter. It's going to pass anyway. But they were so determined to resist that they would not release these folks. And here's the big thing, Steve, which is that when you were talking to Axios, these are not just states that Trump carried, like a Missouri, a Montana, West Virginia, by 2 or 3 points. Many of these states Donald Trump carried by double digits. Right. And so he's going to be going to those states in the midterms. And that's going to be a big problem.
And she was so insistent, though. She said it time and time again. She doubled down on it, tripled on it. Can she walk back from that? I mean, it's all on tape. Can she really change their perspective?
Well, maybe. Wait, is it on tape?
I believe so.
I
mean, it's amazing how many times we see this where politicians in both parties will say something that is so diametrically opposed to the facts. Right. And you knew, they had to know, that this tax cut, yes, it wasn't perfect, but the idea that none of it was going to trickle down to the workers. That's what she was saying about corporations.
What's so interesting is the credibility that both the
true.
Democrats and the media who said this was going to be Armageddon are going to have, because it's obviously working. People believe their paychecks, not the Democrats.
All right. So Ed was going to be with these two this weekend, and I think in commemoration of Nancy Pelosi,
I protested it. I didn't want him to come this weekend.
Crumb cake.
We're going to bring crumb cake tomorrow. But no, what I was going to say is, you've only got about 40 more minutes on the show. If you want to beat the traffic, I'll jump in with these guys. All right. Take care.
Thank you, Ed.
That's it.
Like, subscribe, and comment down below and tell me how you feel about this report. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Let's make America great again. Peace.